It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field in Mile High. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. When you look at this Bronco defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And I can't imagine that Week 1 was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and we'll show some progress and improvement starting here in Week 2.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Nix to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now it's Nix. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Yeah, they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's Nix. Quickly into the hands of Mims.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Throwing Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. To throw, here's Nix. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start the drive with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And Najee going to have a Steelers 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. To throw is Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And caught in the end end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents were telling them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Denver's offense now set to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Here's Nix once more. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
A 58-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Baron Browning coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Broncos coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw. Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatter, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now it's Wilson. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Nix from the shotgun. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now it's Nix. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Nix to throw again. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers' offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 89 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That one out wide and intercepted. picked off by Alex Singleton. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 38 yards. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about